Welcome back to Create, Connect, Repeat. Today we're talking about how you know when it's time to make a new record. So sometimes I think people struggle trying to find out when it's time to make a new record, and if they have the money, if they have the resources, if they have something to say. Well, when you look back at the history of specifically jazz, you look at the discography of people and they're recording all the time, and it's a specific skill, and we have to kind of get used to recording so that we can make better and better and better and better albums. So if you're not in the studio periodically to record your music or your arrangements or your takes on your favorite tunes, how are you ever going to get better at it? I don't know. If you're making albums as a sideman a lot, maybe you're getting a lot of experience, but otherwise you might be sitting at home playing gigs all the time but not getting a lot of studio experience, because I think it's a totally different vibe to be in the studio, especially if you're the one making the decisions, making the calls. You need to get practice doing that, and the only way to get practice doing it is to actually do it. So if you're not making plans to get into the studio to record your stuff, even if it doesn't end up being a full-length album, you can get an EP, you can distribute it digitally, you don't have to even print albums. You need to get something down. One, because if you look back at your favorite artists, you want to hear the breadth of their discography. You want to hear where they started, where they ended up. And it's not necessarily for you to judge whether or not it's important, or whether or not it's good, or whether or not it's the best you'll ever play, because you have to go through and allow yourself to develop. You have to go through your career and document it so that people can look back and see it, at least for you or for your family or your friends, so you can look back on your career and see your musical trajectory and how things went. If you're not documenting your progress every year or every 2 years, you're going to be losing huge chunks of your development. You know that when you record something 6 months later, you listen back and you're like, ugh, I don't even like that. So imagine if you go 2 years, you got to move fast so you can get things out, because the timeline for getting albums out, especially if you're going to do it right, if you're going to do it legitimately with a publicist and a label and all of that kind of things, you need lead time. So you need to be thinking about your next album pretty soon after finishing up the last one. So for me, we're recording a new album in September of 2017. I'm not exactly sure when it's going to come out yet, but the last record came out Here and Now in February of 2017, and we recorded that in June of the year before. That was June 2016. So I am always trying to push to make sure I know the timeline, so we can start booking tours, we can start finding out how we can, create a great event out of the release of the album, not just, hey, it's here, and now it's gone. So if you're not thinking about continuing to document things, you need to think about that, and you need to make it happen, because you want to look back and see the breadth of your career, you want to see the breadth of your development. Don't get too hard on yourself. It's a document, it's not the end-all be-all. Everybody has a best album, so you need to make a lot of albums so that you can make your best as you can to rise above whatever is maybe the most mediocre. Keep on making albums, whether it's digital, physical, doesn't matter. You got to keep on making great music. So thanks for watching Create, Connect, Repeat. My name is Nick Finzer, and please check out all the great work our artists are doing here at Outside of Music. I can't tell you how proud of all of them that I am, and how proud I am of this community and everybody coming together, supporting each other, and creating great music. So thanks again for watching. We'll see you right here next Friday. Please leave your questions below so that we can create even better episodes of Create, Connect, Repeat. We want to answer your questions. So thanks for watching. See you next Friday.